All right, my friends, today's topic, metric measurements. All right, so we've already talked about what we call U.S. customary measurement. All right, pounds, ounces, inches, yards. All right, now we're going to go to metric. So, metric measurement is based on, and it focuses on a base unit. All right. So your base units for metric measurement are meter, if you're measuring length, gram, if you're measuring weight, liter, if you're measuring volume, okay, liquid. All right. So we're going to kind of start by drawing an arrow, okay, to the left is the bigger amount. To the right is the smaller amount. And right there in the middle is your base unit. And so when I say base, B for base, I am talking about meter, gram, or liter, okay? That's your base, all right? All right, here we go. So I need to kind of set things up to remember so that I can do conversions. For example, let's just say I have, 53 meters, and I need to know how many centimeters that is, okay? So that's what we're going to do. With the U.S. customary measurement, remember, we had our set measurements. We knew that 12 inches was in a foot, 3 foot in a yard, okay? And then we drew a T-square, or a T chart, so that we could figure it out. Metric is different. Metric, you need to put everything around this base, all right? So the way we do that is we have a little saying, okay? So anytime I need to convert something, I'm going to get my saying in line, all right? My saying, okay, put it up top. This is my saying. King George. No. Is it King George? Let me see here. Goodness, look, I'm already confused. Goodness gracious. It would help if I could remember it myself, right? Right. It's not King George. I have King George because I'm thinking social studies. Nope, King Henry. Whew. Died. Okay. King Henry died by drinking chocolate milk. All right. And you're probably already wondering, why is half my sentence in uppercase and the other half in lowercase? That's so I know. The uppercase, okay, go to the left of my B for base, and my lowercase go to the right. So I'm going to put it on my little chart here. I'm going to kind of transpose it. All right. K for King. Henry. Died. KHD. King Henry died by. There's my base. Now comes my lowercase. Drinking. Chocolate milk. Okay? There's our chart. All right? King Henry died by drinking chocolate milk. KHDB, lowercase DCM. All right? Now, what's all the K mean? Those are going to be our measurements that go with the base. Okay? Kilo, hecto, deca, deci, centi, milli. So this might start to sound familiar. You've probably heard of a kilogram, or maybe a centimeter, or a millimeter. All right? So that's where those come from, our metric measurements. Okay? And that's how we remember what order they go in, because that's going to be very important. Now, 2 Ds. Whew. The uppercase deca with a K goes on the side with the K for king. The deci with the C goes on the same side as the other C for centi. And that's how you can remember how to separate your 2 Ds. All right, deca with a K is going to go on our side with the kilo. Deci with a C goes on the side with the centi. All right? And the base is in the middle. Okay? Here we go. When we figure out how we are going to change from, say, a hectometer to a decimeter, we're going to be using this. But when you go to do your work, do you have to draw this whole thing out? No, that's what's great. All you need to do, okay, is write out the initials. King Henry died by drinking chocolate milk. Okay? Once you have that, you can start doing the conversions. All right? And the way the conversions work is almost like that place value thing. Oh my gosh. For example, starting here, that if that has a value of 1, okay? So 1 gram is worth 1. Well, a decagram is going to be worth 10. A hectogram, 100 hecto. And then a kilogram, gee, there it is, place value, back to get us, all right? Now you're probably like, yeah, but what about the other side? Well, remember when we did place value and we did the whole thing? What was that first spot? To our right. It was 1/10. And then 1/100th. And 1/1000th. Okay? Now, don't worry about having to write all this down quickly, because I am going to take a picture of this, all right, and put it into our Google Classroom so that we have it. All right, so there's our place values. They've come back, my friends, okay? So, here's our directions when we are converting from one measurement to another, all right? For example, let's just say we have, I don't know, 22 hectometers. HM. Okay. First initial is going to tell me whether it's over here or over there. And then the second initial is going to be what base. Okay. Hectometer. But I want to know how many kilometers there are in 22 hectometers. All right. So this is how we do it. Start on the given unit. Our given unit is hectometer. Right here. Okay. How many jumps to get to the other unit? And in which direction? So I'm going from hectometer to kilometer. Hectometer to kilometer is one jump. And I'm going that way. See? Not too bad. Now, you're moving a decimal. Miss Chilcote, I don't see a decimal in that number. I don't either. But guess what, my friends? We know where that decimal goes, don't we? That's a whole number. And we know that for a whole number, if we need to put a decimal, that is the same as 22 decimal point 0. Okay? So now I know where my decimal goes. I said I had to take one hop to the left. What that means is my decimal is going to take one hop to the left. Okay? And it finds a new home. Which means my answer is going to be 2 decimal point 2, or 2 2/10. So 22 hectometers is equal to 2 decimal point 2 kilometers, however you'd like to say it. Not too bad, right? Let's try another one. Let's say 4.35 decameters. Okay. First letter is telling me the extension, deca, uppercase D. And the second letter is telling me the base. Keep in mind, the second letter is not telling me the extension. It's not decamilli, okay? All right. I've got a decimal point. I'm good. And my problem says how many centimeters there are. See? Lowercase c and meters. All right. Here we go. I need to figure out how many jumps it is from deca to centi. All right. I can do that. King Henry died by drinking chocolate milk. See, it didn't take me that long to write it, right? Deca, uppercase D. It starts here, and it's going to centimeter. So I need to figure out how many jumps. And I'm kind of jumping off of each letter, all right? So that's going to be 1 jump, 2 jumps, 3 jumps. Before I forget, I'm going to put a 3. 3 jumps. Which way did I go? I went this way. All right. Not bad, right? We got this. Start on your decimal point. Okay. Now I'm going to just kind of rewrite it. It's up to you. I'm rewriting it, and you'll probably see why. 3 hops to the right. Okay, so I start where my decimal point is already. Okay. 1 hop, it goes after the 3. 2 hops, it goes after the 5. Well, what am I going to hop around now? We know this. We know that we can add zeros, right? There's my 3rd jump. Okay, so if you run out of things to jump, put a 0 so you can jump around the 0. Okay, that includes if you're going and jumping this way. If I need a 0, if I'm going, say, 1, 2, and I need a 3, I can put a 0 right in front of that. All it's saying is that I have 0 of that place value, so I can still jump. All right, so now I'm going to look and rewrite my number. 4350 decimal. 4350 decimal. Now guess what? We also know that if there's nothing behind the decimal point, we don't need it. So you can either keep it there or just erase it. So 4 decimal point 35 decameters is the same as 4,350 centimeters. All right. So for today, and to move all of these meters and grams and everything, okay, just remember your phrase. King Henry died by drinking chocolate milk. Okay, King Henry died by drinking chocolate milk. Deca is next to the K. That's why it's deca. The K's. Deci with the C is next to the centimeter. All right. Not too bad. Remember to do your hops. How many hops to go from your first measurement, hectometer, to your second one? How many hops did it take and in which direction? And then what you do is you're going to move that decimal point in the direction that you hopped and for however many hops you took. All right. I'm going to put another video up with mine, okay, that you can watch, okay, and it might help you as well, okay, kind of does the same thing with the hopping. So remember, U.S. measurement, you're making that T-graph, and you're remembering those set measurements, 12 inches in a foot, 3 feet in a yard, okay, as well as your gallons and everything. Metric focuses on your base. In other words, meter, gram, liter. And then you have your King Henry died by drinking chocolate milk, and you're doing some hopping and you're moving that decimal. If your number does not have a decimal, that must mean it's a whole number. And all you do is put it at the end. Okay? Because that is the same as that. This is the same as that. That's just saying 32 and 0/10. 32, and you have nothing else. Okay, so this my goodness gracious. All right. It's the same as this. It's the same. There are 2 1s, 3 10s, and 0 hundreds. 2 1s, 3 10s, and 0 hundreds. So if you have to add the zeros when you do your hopping, you're not changing the value. Remember that, okay? All right, so you're going to do some practice work, and I am going to take a picture of this paper so you can go back and look at it, and you can always replay the videos. All right, my friends? Metric measurement.